Creates here, and today I'm going to be making an original My Little Pony custom. So let's take a look at the design idea. So here is what this character looks like. They are called Rainbow Falls, and they are like inspired by tropical birds and like parrots and stuff, and they live like behind a waterfall and everything. So yeah, this is the little design idea. So I'm obviously going to be using a rainbow dash, so this is going to be a pretty straightforward custom, so I don't need to do any hairy roots or anything. I just need to style the hair and paint the little details on them. I did not draw a cutie mark, but I don't really know what cutie mark to give them. I think I'm just going to give them like some feathers, to be honest, not really anything too exciting and stuff. So yeah, I'm going to put some white around the eyes and some little bit of blush there, maybe, I don't know. They have these beautiful golden yellow hooves that have like a little white highlight, so it's like the light's reflecting off the hoof sort of thing. So yeah, this is what they look like. I'm thinking of giving them like feathers like in the hair and in the tail maybe. And I was thinking of giving them like rainbow fur to go in the ears, like kind of like actual like, you know, yarn or feathers, stick them on the ears and maybe like behind the hooves here as well, to make them look more tropical and like bird-like. But just for like storage reasons, like, you know, when you have little things like that, it's more delicate and it can get broken more easily and damaged, and I don't really want to risk anything. So for now, I don't think I'm going to do that in this video, but I might do it in the future off camera. I'll just have to see what I think. I don't know. So now let's get on with the custom. So as I said before, I will obviously use a Rainbow Dash figure for this custom, as they have rainbow hair and they're a correct body colour. I do label all of my ponies with the name, so I know which custom to turn them into, which character to turn them into. And does anybody recognise this Rainbow Dash? Anyone? This Rainbow Dash was the first cleaning video I did. They were how to fix up Rainbow Dash. That was one of the first ever videos I ever did. So anyway, back on track, I'm going to be using 99% of acetone, which is basically nail polish remover. And I'm going to put some acetone on a cotton pad to remove the eyes and the cutie mark. So I did give this pony a little quick bath in the sink just to wash away all of the acetone and stuff, so that is why the hair is a bit wet looking and the tail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie the hair up using this loom band. It's like an elastic band basically. You need an elastic band to tie the pony's hair up, that's what I'm using, so I can just get it out the way. I'm going to be using this Crafters acrylic white paint, so I can start painting in the whites of the eyes. And I'm doing everything freehand, by the way, so I'm not like penciling out the shape, I'm just straight on painting on the eyes, and I will be doing the same to the cutie mark as well. Now let's go into the actual eye colour. I'm going to be using this emerald green acrylic paint, and here is what they look like with the green eyes. Time to paint in the pupils now. I'm going to be using some black acrylic paint to paint in the pupils, and here is what the pony looks like with the pupil there. I'm now going to blob in a couple of catch lights for each eye, and here is what they look like with a couple of catch lights in each eye. I did use like the incorrect point of a paintbrush, you can see it like in the background there, and I used that to blob in a couple of catch lights. However, I did use like a smaller paintbrush for like the smaller catch lights, so you know. So now I've given them some black eyeliner so the eyes can stand out more. Since I am going to put like some white acrylic paint around the eyes, so like you can see the shape of the eye, if you know what I mean. You'll know what I mean. And I did use like a pin to kind of go around the eyes with the black acrylic paint, and I used my fingernail to kind of like shape it more into place. I will clean this a bit more off camera. Okay, so big update, I put white acrylic paint around the eyes, and I also give them some eyelashes, again using a pin and some black acrylic paint. I also painted the wings with 2 layers of white acrylic paint to act as like a foundation layer for when I come to paint it, which I'm going to do now. And bam, here are all of the colours I painted on the wings. It is a bit messy, so I am going to go back over it off camera. So I'll try to get this to kind of correspond with like the hair sort of thing, so it's kind of like the same colours that's in Rainbow Dash's, I mean Rainbow Falls, Rainbow Falls' hair sort of thing. I did put some cheeky blue feathers in as well, just to match like with the body colour. Even though it's not meant to be like the exact shade of the body, I don't want it to be the exact shade because I want it to stand out as its own thing. I also painted inside the ears of the pony to kind of be like, oh, these are like feathers inside the ears. I just painted that straight on with no foundation layer of white acrylic paint. I just painted it straight on how it is. So yeah. I'm now going to go back in with this white acrylic paint to build up a foundation layer for the hooves, doing 2 layers of white acrylic paint for the foundation for the hooves, and I will be using this lemon yellow colour of acrylic paint to paint the actual colour of the hooves. So here is what the hooves turned out to look like. So I did paint the bottoms of the hooves as well, and I give like one little streak of white paint on each hoof to act as like, oh, it's like reflecting, like the light's reflecting off the hoofs. And I did add a little white patch of tuft of hair on the chest there, just to tie everything in together a bit more. Here is what the cutie mark looks like. It's nothing really that exciting. I just painted in like 3 feathers. That's what they're meant to be. It's not like 3 smears of paint. They're meant to be feathers, okay? I'm just not very good, I guess, at painting feathers. I mean, yeah, they do look kind of like feathers. So this is what the pony now looks like when I've kind of cleared everything off, kind of like neatened up the wings a bit more and just the paint a bit more. I just neatened things up. So now what I need to do, since I'm complete with this pony, I'm going to add in some Mod Podge now. I'm going to secure everything in using matte Mod Podge as a sealant, and nothing will look shiny since I'm using matte Mod Podge. It has to be matte Mod Podge, so nothing will like it will, so there won't be any shiny surfaces on the pony basically. So now that the Mod Podge is dried on the areas where I painted, and I only put Mod Podge on the places where I have painted, so I didn't like cover the whole pony in Mod Podge because I did not paint the full pony with paint and it just wasn't necessary. So yes, this is what the pony looks like now after the Mod Podge is dry. Hooray! So they're pretty much done. So all I need to do now is style the hair, so then we'll have the finished result. So I'm going to do that and I will be back. So here is the final result of Rainbow Falls. So let's have a look at them. So I curled the hair and this is what the hair turned out to look like. Oh, it's so pretty. It kind of turned out better than I thought actually. So this is pretty much what I wanted like for the hair. This is, I mean it should be a bit more to the feet and stuff, but these curls will fall out over time. So there'll be a bit more, oh, like that's perfect, pretty much. Like if it fell out a bit more, like that's perfect. That's perfect. So in my original design, I just want to point out that I did not put this red blush circle there. I did try it. I did try to like paint a red circle on like the cheeks, on both of the cheeks with like acrylic paint and stuff. But it just didn't look very good, to be honest. It didn't really work out the way I kind of thought it would, so I just didn't go through with the idea. I could maybe use like a red chalk pastel thing, and like a red pastel, not a chalk pastel, well what am I saying? A red pastel, and do it that way just to see how it looks, because the pastel is removable, so and to be fair, like acrylic paint is removable as well if it's not sealed in with Mod Podge, but I guess you can still really hack away. I guess I could still remove this even though it's sealed in, just like I could still like really attack this with like acetone if I really wanted to remove it. So, but you know, this is not going to chip off because it's sealed in. Like if I did this or bended it, maybe I wouldn't recommend bending it just in case though, because I don't want to test the waters. So here is a closer look at what Rainbow Falls looks like. They are inspired by like tropical birds, so they're kind of like inspired by a parrot and stuff. And the idea that I got for this pony, like the origin idea that I got for this pony, I used to play this game called Dog's Life on the PS2, and there was all of these like little hidden areas behind waterfalls, and I kind of like got the idea from that, like the inspiration, like oh, secret waterfalls and like stuff. So I kind of made them like a tropical sort of pony, and I called them Rainbow Falls because waterfalls, like maybe they live behind a waterfall or something. I don't have much of a backstory for this character yet, so I do think of doing like a video on how to build like a backstory for a character that doesn't have one. So I may do another video on this pony and show you how I make up a backstory, because this pony does not have any backstory right now. So I might do another video with this pony showing you how I come up with backstories and stuff for character building. It's like a character building video that I'm thinking of doing. So yeah, hopefully I will do that. I give them some little yellow hooves, and you all know that I'm like a sucker for like yellow hooves. I love the colour yellow so much, and I love like yellow hooves. And I did put some like white streaks in there as like a highlight, so it's meant to be like the light reflecting off the hoofs. That's the sort of thing I was going for. I did want to put like feathers in the ears, but I just ended up like painting the inside of the ears. I might get some feathers and I might like to slide it in like the hair and stuff and make them look more feathery, like bird-like and parrot-y sort of thing. The cutie mark isn't really that exciting. For now it's just like 3 feathers that doesn't really have any meaning because this character, I don't know this pony's character, but I wanted to keep them colourful and feathery and stuff, and they're inspired by tropical birds and etc. So I was like, let's just give them some feathers as the cutie mark, because like birds, and that's kind of like the core inspiration of this pony really, is birds and stuff. And I did the cutie mark on both sides, of course. I really like how I did the eyes on this pony. It looks so unique, and I don't do like many eyes like this. I'm kind of like testing the waters and trying new things and stuff, and yeah, so look at these eyes. I'm kind of like, what you call it, challenging myself, kind of going into the deep zone, kind of breaking the mold of the eyes a bit, because you know pony eyes are meant to be like circular. These are not circular, so I'm kind of like crossing the boundaries, breaking the boundaries down, I don't know, in design. And I'm trying to practice making ponies look a bit more fluffier by giving them some like little, like, that's meant to be like a bundle of fur. I do think of like moulding fur on like with clay, but I just didn't really want that for this specific pony. I don't think, actually, wait. Yeah, I don't really have like any, oh actually, wait, look, rainbow hair. So they're meant to have like some rainbow hair or feathers that comes from the back of the hoofs and stuff and from the ears, but I just didn't really have time to do that, and I just didn't really know how to do that. And Mod Podge is so like fiddly and stuff, and you know this pony, I'm scared if it's going to break off, and it's just going to be higher maintenance to look after a pony if it's more intricate, I don't know if that's the word, like more delicate and detailed. Like if it has like some features that are like, you know, glued on feathers, like they could break off, they could fall off, they could get bashed, you know, they might fall off the shelf. It's going to be harder to look after them, if you know what I mean. So I didn't really go down sticking feathers in the ears or anything, because I just thought that they might get crumpled up and it'll ruin the pony. So I didn't go down that route, but I might think about that in the future if I'm brave enough. And yes, the head does move on this pony since I didn't do any surgeries. So yeah, that's about it for this little easy, simple custom video. This pony turned out a lot better than what I was expecting, to be honest. Like, I thought I was gonna really struggle with the eyes, but it took me like, I didn't have to like redo anything. It was just like perfect and I was satisfied. So that surprised me. So yeah, I really like this custom. And this pony is a perfect example that you do not have to reroute a pony or change the body colour or the race to get it to look so different from what it looked like originally. Like, this pony doesn't look anything like Rainbow Dash now, and I didn't really do much painting, so you can like make a pony look so different by just adding a lot of detail really, because I painted the wings and the hoofs and I give them like a funky sort of eye shape, so I made little subtle differences, because Rainbow Dash hasn't like got that eye shape. If you change the eye shape from the original character, that will make your character look so different from what it used to be. So that is my pro tip if you really want a pony to look different but really like the base of the pony, as in you like the race of the pony, the body colour and the hair colour completely, but you don't want people to look at it and be like, oh, it's just Rainbow Dash. Change the eye shape of the pony to get it to look like a complete different character than what they looked like before. That alone just changes things completely. And just add a lot of details that pony didn't have before, like give them some hooves, paint the wings maybe, like just put more detail in it as well to make them look even more different. So anyway, that is about it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. Be free to leave a cheeky little like and a friendly little comment, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and thanks for watching, and bye!